You know what I'm saying? We got a full house of black people. You know what I'm saying? I know the AC is working real well tonight. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's staying cool and so smooth and so beautiful. And it's just, brother Evans, it's beautiful when we come together, man. And that's one of the reasons why I love this show, is because it just showcases there's so much talent and there's so much ability and there's so much amazing things transpiring and happening in this city as we speak. And it's going down so beautifully, you know. So I really am I just want to say thank you to all of you for taking time out of your busy schedules to be with us, because you are doing some phenomenal things. And Brother Townsend, you have brought these wonderful and amazing ladies from North Carolina, and they did a phenomenal job that I got an opportunity to witness and to learn from. The good sister had a cape on. Brother Evans, she had a cape on. Wow. And not only was she a superhero, she was a branding expert. On the back of the cape, it said cash flow queen. I said, that's what I want to be, and know and understand how to be. Not the queen part, but definitely the cash flow. So I definitely want to thank you, brother Townsend, and I call you Doc, because you definitely did something phenomenal, and you changed some lives yesterday. You know, there were some sisters in there that were dropping tears, brother Evans. One sister called a deja vu, courtesy of one of the sisters that we're gonna hear from, and she was just overcome. She pulled us to the side. She wouldn't even let us go, brother. We had to get up out the room, but she wouldn't let us go. And we just kept talking to her. She kept telling us about how powerful this experience was. So I just want to say thank you for putting this together and being a visionary and an architect of things that are changing and transforming our lives, and doing the very thing that Les Brown talked about an hour ago. Come on to the mic.
Yes, sir. My name is Edward Townsend, and I am CEO and founder of Houston Wall Street Movement. And our movement is about helping people financially to step into their destinies and their passion, and not be caught up in the norm. See, norm is like being in prison. You know, we've been taught certain things from birth to date, and we keep doing those same things over and over and over and over and over and over, and we never get anywhere. I call it the hamster instinct. You know, they run, but they have no end to what they're doing.
Right.
So when it comes down to finances, if we're not, like your brother, he had the greatest opportunity there because he was one of the many that got into the NFL pro team, right? But there's so many others out here that don't have a passion, don't have a skill set, but yet and still they want to be wealthy or financially stable. So my company is about doing that. And we're in all 50 states and all across the country. And we showcase the people to show that, you have skills, you have talent, just let us help you to develop them. Finances is not the problem because we can show you how to get the finances. They go to college, they get all the degrees, and then they hire themselves out to companies. See, that's the norm. So we have to step out past that and start being our own boss, be the CEO of you, not the company, but CEO of you. That's where you have to start. And just like you were saying, you have to start with yourself. That's the you that you have to promote. And branding is a part of promoting and setting you to where you can go further. And that's basically what we do.
Yeah, I love it, man. One thing I love about you, you're gonna say it raw and to the core. You one of them old school brothers, man. You just
Ain't no other way to do it.
Ain't no other way to do it. And I know it's harsh, and a lot of people, they're used to people placating and saying it nice and being politically correct. But you're absolutely right. Living the normal life is a prison of sorts. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want to disparage our young brothers and sisters that are listening, that are locked down. We want you to know that you will be out, and that even those that are not behind the walls but feel in prison, you can get out too.
Yes.
And I love how your story, going back to the Grid magazine, many of our listeners have heard, and they've even shared it with me, how they remember it, how you have to believe, and you have to get out of fear, worry, doubt, skepticism. You know what I'm saying? And you have a methodology and an acronym, hopefully we can get to break people out of that fear that stops them from believing that they can be their own CEO, that stops them from being their own boss. And that's one of the things I respect about Brother Evans. He can speak to this because ever since I've known him, he's been an entrepreneur. And, it's difficult, it's challenging. He can speak to that. But the thing that I really want to give you your kudos to, brother, and also you, Mr. Townsend, is that you've never given up on yourself. You know what I mean? And you continue to believe.
Yeah.
and it's just a matter of time before it manifests in the physical because it's there in the mental and the spiritual. So I definitely want to commend you all for doing that because it's easy for people who are not in that position to talk that noise.
Yeah.
But you're in the battlefield, you know, and you know how real it is, you know. So I definitely want to commend you and definitely, you know, let you all know that there's much respect and it needs to be given to you so you can hear it, see it, and feel it. But I also want to ask you this, Mr. Townsend, the importance of people realizing that now is the time for them to change and transform their lives.
And now's the time because we're going into a new transition in life, and not only in the United States and the world. When it comes down to finances, see, it's getting to the point to where it's going to be the have and the have-nots. And so we want everybody to be able to force themselves out to promote themselves so that they don't be a part of the transition. If you focus strictly on making money, there's no wealth, and there's disaster in that. So we want people to think wealthy. I mean, there's nothing wrong with thinking about being wealthy. It's the only way to be because you can't change other people if you're broke. You don't have any money.
Say that again. I'm sorry. Say that again,
You
please.
can't change and help people if you're broke. We give a lot of information, but the information don't move, and they're locked into the norm. And I don't bash jobs, but job is a controlled environment, and everybody that's got a job is being controlled by the establishment, the people that own the companies and stuff. So we have to become our own CEOs. So we're the boss. And if we want more money, we pay ourselves. We pay ourselves just like the company pays. But it's a 50-50. You can do what you want to do. You can go what you want to do. Go where you want to go. But people are stuck in this job thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's just enough to live. And the capitalism that's within there, it entraps people. Because the word is, if you don't be a capitalist, you're going to be capitalized upon. But that's exactly what's happening to people. You work for 40 hours, they take 14 in taxes, and then you got $26,000 left, 26,000 a year left. But if you buy a house or car, you have to pay the whole 40,000 and put that down to the rent. So now your tax is going to be high and it causes you to live above your means and you get in debt. So that's entrapment to you. And so I'm advocating, for people to take care of their own, become their own boss, be in control of their own life and not be in control of get out of the norm.
So many times we get stuck. You're absolutely right. We get stuck in the day to day. My question to you is, what was it that made you make that shift? Because too many times, like you said, we're just bombarded with information.
Yes.
And I know as an entrepreneur, as I mentioned earlier when we had Les Brown on, it was just getting fed up with not being paid what I thought I should be worth.
Absolutely.
Because even though I had a job and making six figures, I was not happy
Absolutely.
because I was managing multi-million dollars for a top 10 company, but they were paying me peanuts compared to what I was managing.
Yeah.
So it's like when you look at the numbers, you're like, are you making 6 months? Like you said, you take taxes out, I had two cars, this, that. By the time all that started knocking itself down,
Yeah.
I didn't have much of a life left. So my question is, what was the switch to you, for you? But also, I love how you talked about just now the importance of becoming your own CEO. Can you talk about how, and can you expand upon that a little bit and from this angle? And that is the fact that more there's more opportunities when you have control
Absolutely.
compared to, and then you can pick your passion. That's the key. That's the key is picking your passion.
Right. We all got passions. It can be as simple as I bake cakes, and I love to bake cakes. That's a passion. But back to what changed me and caused me to go where I went, it was that my upbringing. My upbringing was like modern day slavery.
Mm.
I lived in a shotgun house, stand in the front door, look out the back door, no carpet, no air conditioning, no TV, no electricity, no indoor bathroom, the whole works. And that wasn't the life that I want to live because in heart I was an entrepreneur. So I started pursuing things, man. I get a job I couldn't work. And I go in and get another job I couldn't work. So I said, okay, why am I failing when I really want to be successful? Then I ran across that great newspaper that said likes not. And, being in a country like that, man, I didn't know what the city was like. I didn't know big buildings. We didn't have a car, and all of these type of things. I seen it in this magazine. And from that point on, I said, you know what, that's going to be part of my life. I got to have some of that. So when I got old enough, that's exactly what I did. I left and I went to Chicago and started doing businesses after business after business. So finally, I got my break. I went to college, got a degree like the norm of everybody else. But still, I couldn't be successful, nor was I wealthy, because I wanted to be wealthy from the beginning. And I found out I tried it. I did everything anybody else do that want to make it, want to live, jobs, so on and so forth, school and college, all of that. I've done all of that, but I still wasn't where my heart wanted to be. So I started pursuing it, and I just turned around and I had an opportunity, and I said, okay, I got 30 years of experience. So let me take the 30 years of my experience and turn it into my company. And so now I monetize what I've been through.
That's right.
I monetize what I've learned. And now, because I know people need that, there's not a person with a job uh, that understand how much money they're losing every single day. They don't know it. If they got a W-4 for your job, you're losing $75 to $80.
What?
Every allowance that you miss because you fill it out incorrectly. So we teach people that, because, most people think it's dealing with your kids, but it's not. You don't have anything to do with your kids. It's about allowances. So every time you don't get your proper allowances, you lose money. So now you wonder why you can't make it from paycheck. You only can make it to paycheck to paycheck because, see, we're giving our money away through things that we don't understand. And I call it income shift. So I teach them how to income shift their money out of other people's hands back into their own hands.
Can you give people your number? Because we
Yes, sir.
want to
Yes,
bring in the wonderful and amazing sisters in, because I know they're ready, and she's right over my shoulder, so I know I better be quick. You know what I mean?
All right.
She might come get me. Women from North Carolina don't play no games.
Yes,
Go ahead.
Yes, my number is 501-944-5056.
Say it one more again.
501-944-5056.
Awesome. We definitely want to bring them to the mic. If you would, that's a good sister.